Hello, my name is Luciano Dalbert, I'm a game designer, and today I want to show you a little about one of my last games, Runner of the Wastelands. I will play, and I thought I want to play my game, so maybe I will show you how it works in this playthrough, this actual play we could say. So the idea of the game is a very short game in format because it was a submission for the one-page RPG jam. And the idea is that you play as a courier, a carrier of messengers between different cities in the Wastelands. That's the name, Runner of the Wasteland. You're a runner. So my intention of doing this game came from trying to make an excuse to use all my minis. I have some minis that I want to use for different games, and I thought maybe I can do a game where I can use them. So this is this game. And also I want a game in which I could have some strategic resource management type of game play, and also something in which it will be easy to get some narrative beats, like to expand through journaling. So I make this game trying to put all this together in only one page, and this is one of the this is like the 22 playthrough I make for myself, and this will be more extended, so we will see how it goes. So the game is divided in different modes of plays to give a space to this game of playing with miniatures, and also for journaling, and also for the resource management mode of play. And it's divided mostly in two different regions. One is the game that you have in town, and the game that you have in the waste. This is the version I made for myself, the game, in the cover of my notebook. This is what I use mostly for my play. So in town and in the waste, you can always expend one resource, one meta currency, you can say, that is called energy, E. And in the town, in the waste, you can expand this meta currency to do different things. In the town, you can use it to connect with people, get a job from the people you connect with, buy, sell stuff, or make a delivery. That's the things that you can use your energy. And in the ways, you can advance one hex. This use a hex map. Here you can see one that I made myself, very pretty, no? And you can also travel stealthy. You can gather food or hide your camp. The idea of travel stealthily we'll see in play, but the idea is that every time that you go from one hex to another, you can have an encounter. So the idea is that if you travel stealthy, maybe you will not have an encounter. You have a probability, 1 in 4, of having that encounter. So let's start. How I will start this game? Well, for the game I prepare in the game I will load to each, I prepare some character sheets and some simple guides to make notes about the things you do in the game, but I don't have a printer, so I don't have this with me, so we will write in the notebook. So the first thing that you have to decide for your character is their name. So we'll put here Runner of the Wastelands, and name is the name of our character. So I have two minis that I want to use like runners. This one that I already painted, and this one that's a Jena type person, an old. I like this kind of mini, so I will think that I have already played with this one, so we'll make that the character is this Jena-like person. And that's one of the options you have to play. You have to decide one aspect of your character, or one type of you can choose between being a normal human, a meerkat, a lizard, a hyena, or a coyote. So for this time I will choose a hyena. So This is a hyena. This is not the name. This put here hyena, and the name. I was thinking of some names. Sarian. This is a name I have stored from a play I did before. So this is the name and the aspect of the character. So that's everything we need for starting. It's a hyena that is called Sarian. This is the runner we have. Now we have different stats or currency, meta currency, resource that we will manage through the game. So we'll write them here. One of them, the most important one, is energy. This is one I told you before that you can use or expand to do different things in town or in the wastes. Then you have armor, weapon, coin, the thing that you use to buy things, food, and ebrew. We will see if we have an encounter with something that will give you an ebrew to explain you. This is the things that we will have. So for starting the game, you always start. I have to find one of my pens. Here it is. So you start with 6 energy and 6 coin. That's everything you start with. Okay? And the idea is that in the game you have to get to know people, then ask them for a job, and then they will give you a job, and then you will have to take their packages and travel with them through the waste and make a delivery. And for every delivery that you do, you will gain coin. And with coin you can buy armor, weapon, food. And every morning after you go to sleep, this energy will reset. Will reset to 3 plus a d6. That's the energy you have for the day. And I call this energy because it's something, and I made it variable because I thought of it like a mood type of thing. It's like with how much energy you wake up that day. So this is the initial stat of the character. And then we can write here packages. From origin, destiny, hexes, container. This is the thing that we could write about the packages. Who give to us that package? The region, the city, the town where this package was given to us. The destiny is where we have to bring this package. The hexes are the distance between the two places from where we take the package to where we have to deliver it. And the container is a class of armor for the container, because when you are in the waste, you may have an encounter. And when you have an encounter, you will have to fight or escape from some creatures. And when they hit you, they can hit the containers, the packages. And if they don't have a container, these packages can break. And if you break the package, you cannot deliver the package, and then you cannot get the coins you need to survive. So this is the start, and the first thing we have to do is connect with someone to see if we can get a job. So in our first day, we will spend, I write it like this, 1 energy. Then after I subtract this to the 6 energy, so we can expend 1 energy to connect with someone. When you connect with someone, you have to roll in this table to see with whom you connect. So how I write this, we'll do it here. I will leave this blank for more packages. I expect it to play a lot. And here we'll write town. This the starting town. We have to give it a name and a location. So we will say that this is called, Black Sand. And we have to put it in our map. So this is the first time. Mostly you do this when you get a job. We can do it now, but So starting to see it in the map, you throw 2 d10s, and with these 2 d10s you find the hex where this town is. So I always use this like 46, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the location of our town that we call Black Sand. That's the town, the starting town. So we're connected with someone, and I wrote it like this. In the form I have uploaded in each choice like this. You have town, the name here, and then below that you have contact in that town, the vibe of this contact, the aspect, the quirk, and the pleasure. And for each one of these words you will roll 1d10 to see how's the contact you have. 5, this is funny, it's a funny person. This is the vibe, funny. Aspect, also 5, short. That's 2. So the quirk is ceramic prosthetic. And that's one thing here, there is no metals. This is totally inspired by Nausicaa, in which the things, the weapons and everything are hard ceramic. So here is the same. And then pleasure. 8. Plants, has a pleasure for plants. And this is important because when you want to get a job from someone, if you have the same pleasure that this person, you can get 2 jobs. And that remind me that I have to put here pleasure and decide one. So for our character, the pleasure is occultism. So, and we have to give a name to this funny short person, animal-like maybe, I don't know, with a ceramic prosthetic that likes plants. We will call him, her, them, Kyle. So that's the name, that's our first contact in Black Sand. In this moment I could go and write something like in my journaling part of the game. We'll do it, we'll leave a couple of pages for towns. The idea is that when you start the game, every time that you get a job, you will throw the 2 10s to see the destiny, and that will create a town. And you will create up to 10 towns, and then you will numerate them and roll 1d10 to see to which town the package goes. So I will have to leave here space for these 10 towns. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and one more. So we'll start here for the journal. So day 1. Black Sand, we have 1 contact. Already forgot their name, Kale. That's the first thing we did there. So you can write more here, you can try to use another tools like maybe Mythic to have more sparks, to try to make a scene with this Kyle person, or other scenes in the game. I will leave this here. Or you can do it like very short, like in this kind of fast notation of what you did in that place. For me, it depends in the mood I am at that moment. Today, to make this video a little shorter, I will try to stick with this kind of very fast writing of the events I have. in the game, but commonly sometimes I will go and say, okay, I meet this person, I see my character, my like, approaching this person, the black sands in the center. I write a little about the town. You can always write a little about the town. We call it black sands. I imagine a place where the sun is black, and then we have some interesting buildings that maybe they will look like beehives maybe, and then you will have some tents in the center where people meet to drink cactus brew. And my Jena man, my Jena, I don't know, it's a she or them, I don't know. Sarian will say, Sarian enters to this place and see in one corner a very funny person, Kyle, talking with other people about how the ways are outside Black Sand. And my characters go to this place and begins to talk with Kyle. I will see as him with Kyle, and after a little they get along, and now Sarian will ask a job to Kyle. So I spend 1 E because that's one of the things I can do. Spend 1 E to get a job. And Kyle tell me that he wants to make a delivery to send a package to a friend. So we'll see, where is the town? 54. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's very close, it's here. So in the map I write this new town and we call it Kylan. Also a name I used before. Kylan. And so we have now a package from our friend Kyle. I don't know if he were our friend or acquaintance, I don't know. Origin, Black Sand, Destiny, Keelan, Hexes, 2, and container we don't have for it. So the idea is that if we make the travel to Keelan to deliver the package, we will get paid at Destiny 2 coins, because it's the number of hexes that are between the two locations. So that's for the future. So we have done 2 things. We have expensed 2 energies of our daily 6 energy, the 6 energy that we start with, and we still have 6 coins. So what else we can do in town? We're in Black Sand. We talk with Kale. He gives us a job. He tells us that he wants to deliver a present to a friend that is called, we can make a name later, but let's say, I don't know, Manny, maybe Manny. So we have to travel through the ways to deliver this package. But we can do more things. We can connect with someone else, get a new job, buy, sell stuff, or make a delivery. But we don't have packages, so we cannot make a delivery here. So let's buy and sell stuff. We have 6 coins, and we spend 1 energy to go and buy or sell stuff. We have 6 coins. I will buy 2 armors, 2 weapons, and 1 food. So we have only 1 coin. Okay, so armor and weapon are things that you will use if you have an encounter. And all these things are called items, and sometimes when you are in an encounter you can throw these items also to lure the creatures you are fighting with, so they can go to search for these items instead of you. This is a technique, a tactic that you can have instead of going fighting blinded against these creatures to escape the encounter. So we have 2 armors, 2 weapons, 1 coin because we spent 5, and 1 food. And one important thing is that every day that you want to go to sleep, you have to eat 1 food and have a place to sleep. If you're in town, you have to spend 1 coin to pay for lodging, and if not, you can sleep outside. You can have an encounter, if you're sleeping outside, but you don't have to pay for a place to sleep, but you still have to eat your food. So the last coin we have will pay for inn, let's say. We will use that one coin for that. But we still have three energy. So with the last two, we will make another contact. So we'll throw for a new contact here. So this one is a clumsy person. Six is a stout. 4 feed some blood. This is the quirk that has this person. And their pleasure, plants also. Maybe people in Black Rock really likes plants. So we need a name for her, let's say. Roberta. Roberta, clumsy, stout person that lives in black sand and that likes to feed on blood and really likes plants. So maybe she knows Kale and they have a common garden in town, maybe black sand, where people goes to plant together things and they know from there. And so Kyle talked with me and he told to me that I can talk with Roberta because he heard that she also wants to send a package to a friend maybe or maybe to a business partner. So I will talk with Roberta and ask her for a job. So we'll have to spend 2 more energies to know Roberta and to get a job from her. So we have to throw now 2 tens to see in which hex we have the new town to which we will have to bring the package of Roberta. 93. So this is far away, pretty far away. It's here, and we call this Ash Valley. So this is the new town. I will make some drawings of houses here. And Ash Valley is, let's say, between some mountains. So we have 3 cities, 3 towns, and we are in Black Sand, we're here. And we have to go to Keelan and to Ash Valley. So we have to write our new package. It's from Roberta. Origin Black Sand. Destiny Ash Valley. Hexes 5 hexes, so 5 coins we will get if we succeed in bringing the package to the Ash Valley. The good thing is that I like in a common direction, so we could go to Keelan and then to Ash Valley. That sounds like a good plan. So now we have only 1 energy left, so if we go to 0, we die, so we have to go to sleep. So to go to sleep, when you go to sleep, first we lose all these coins because we spend it all. We spend 1 food when you go to sleep and we reset our energy. And every day you reset your energy to 3 plus 1d6. 3 plus 3, 6. That's boring. I want more, but it's okay. So 6. So we start the day anew with 6 energy. We have 2 armor and 2 weapons that we bought before. No coin, no food. So if we want to eat, we have to go hunting. So the first thing we will do will advance 1 hex. That spend 1 of these, and then we can assume to have an encounter. Not all the encounters are bad, some of them are good, but by probable, like the more probable ones are an encounter with this kind of guys that are called, these are like wolf-like, star-faced wolf. You can imagine a wolf with the face like a mole, a star-faced mole, that kind of animal. You can have an encounter with these kind of guys, or with worms, but the more probable are these star-faced wolf. So we can risk it and see if we have an encounter with them, or we can have a good encounter like with another runner or with a caravan. So if we have an encounter with a caravan or with another runner, we can have some good things happening to us. But I don't want to risk it now, so I will spend one more energy to travel stealthy. And when you travel stealthy, you roll a d4. And just in a 1, you have an encounter. So we roll it, and we have a 1. So we have an encounter anyway. The other thing that you have to do when you travel to a new hex is to create that hex, create that part of the terrain. And how you do this? You roll 2d6 to define the time and the peculiarity of this hex. 4 plus 4 is 8. This is a desert. And 5 plus 1 plus 6, mud burial. So in this place there are a lot of mud burials. Maybe they're old, maybe these people of Black Sands go to outside the town to make these burials for the people that live in Black Sand. So maybe these are recent mud burials. We can decide that in the game, but for the moment these are the two kind of things that we have for this hex. And we travel there and we have an encounter. So now we have to roll for what kind of encounter. Also we roll 2d6 and we can have an encounter with a Mega King. That Mega Kings are like all automatons that are made of hard clay, hard ceramic. They are a little mad. They feel alone, so they walk through the way searching for another Mega King like them, and they can be violent, or maybe they walk away when they see you. You have the Grass Raiders. These are like pirates from the Wastelands. Borrowers that are giant swarms like this one. And then you have the Star-Faced Wolves, or another runner, or a caravan. So we run 2d6, 5 plus 3, 8. So Star-Faced Wolf, 1d6 of them, 2. That's good. So we have 2 Star-Faced Wolves. And now we have to change from the map to the combat grid. That's also a hex. We can use the same, but I prefer to change it. So the idea is that you start with your runner in the start hex, and you can do 2 things to resolve the encounter. Travel through the all the grid and reach the exit, so you escape from the encounter, or you kill the 2 creatures that try to eat you. Another thing that we need is to have some obstacles. So we have to roll 2d8, 7 plus 5. That's a lot of obstacles. So we roll, these are obstacles. There are things that will be in the terrain and with which we can interact maybe, and that will help us when we're having this encounter, because we can use this to cross faster through the terrain. So we have to dispose these 12 in the hex. So how we do this? Like we always 2d10s to see where they are. So 57. Here we have 1. 10, 22, 10, 56. This is here and this is here. 51. 82. 38. Well, 80 and 10, so we'll see like here and here. 74. 34. And 3 more. 76. Oh, these are here really. A mistake. 32. And 47. This is fine. I'm counting very badly. Here. And this is here. Okay. Here there are 12, so these are the obstacles, and the idea is that you can always try to use them to run faster through the terrain. If you spend 1 energy, you can, for example, go from here to the other side of the obstacles. So if you're here, you can cross to this other side, or if you're here only with 1 obstacle in front, you can cross to the other side using 1 energy. So now we have to throw where they are these creatures. 76. Okay, he's here. The thing is that it says in the game, if that 2 things are in the same place, you put it in any other hex that is around. So we'll put it here. And for the other one, 14. So these are the 2 wolves. So I can fight the wolf, or I can go and run to the exit. So what I can do when you are in an encounter, you can move, you can attack, you can charge. Charge is run against an enemy that is 2 hexes away from you. You can throw an object. That can be useful is, for example, with these creatures, if I had food, I can throw the food and then they will run to search for the food and eat it. And I can run without them chasing me. But I don't have food, so I cannot do that, so that's bad. If they were, for example, grass raiders, they like things, they want to steal my items, so I can throw an item away and they will go to the item first than me. But that's not the case, so I have the first turn, I move. And what the creatures do, they move toward me. If they can, they attack. If they can, they charge. So they move towards me. Then my turn, I move 1, and then they move toward me. They move toward me, and if they can, then they charge. Charge is an action. You have to move or charge. So at that moment, okay. The next turn, this creature probably will charge against me, and this creature will get closer. So what I can do, I advance here, so they cannot charge, and then they advance, and they advance, and they're getting very close. So I can charge now, for example, and when you charge, you do 1 damage. The thing is that these creatures have, each one have 3 energies, so with, but I have a weapon. No, I will do, and I starting with 6 energy. With each damage, they destroy your armor and then your energy. So I will move 1. At this moment is the turn of them. Both of them will charge, and when you charge, you always do 1 damage. You only do the total of your weapon damage. In the case of these star-faced wolves, that is, their armor, their weapon is 2, they will make 2 damage. They only do that when they are attacking, and they attack when you are face to face or in the next hex to them. But they charge it, so when they charge, they do each one of them 1 damage. So we have armor, that's good. So we have armor. Now our armor is gone because we get 2 damage. No armor, but we still have 4 energy, that's good. So we have weapons, and that's not good. So in this moment, the best thing we can do is spend 1 energy to cross an obstacle. Creatures are also obstacles, so here we have 3 obstacles together. If we spend 1 energy, we can do this, and we are safe. We are with only 3 energy, and this was an extra action to cross the obstacles. So now we have our movement 1. Then it's the turn of them. They also can expend energy to do one more thing as us. So this will move, and this will move, and expend 1 energy to move 1. So how we remember this? I will say like we put that them, this star-faced wolf, instead of having all the 3 energy, now has 2. Okay, now it's my turn. I move 1. This expend, move once and expend 1 more to charge because he wants to eat me. So it charges and makes me hurt once, so I lose 1 energy. Now I have only 2 energy, that's bad. And then this other wolf moves toward me. So I move once, and this now has, this star-faced wolf has only 1 energy, so they cannot expend more energy to do more things. So for me, the best thing to do is expend 1 energy to move 1 more time. So I stay with 1 energy, and then it's the turn of them. They cannot charge because only if we have 1 hex in between they can charge. So they move once, this move once, and then my next turn I go to the exit and escape. So that was the encounter. So now we take this out. That was the easiest counter I could have. Maybe the easiest will be like, well, of the bad ones, because I could have a good encounter. But the easiest of the bad encounters would be like with 1 star-faced wolf. We have 2, so that's an easy start. So then we'll leave this, and we are in the desert, in the waste. We advance 1 hex, and we're safe. Sarian is safe, but only with 2 energy. So I think we had to go to sleep. And one of the things that we can do to go to sleep is hide the camp, because if we don't have hide the camp where we are sleeping in the waste, we will have another encounter at night. So we spend this extra, but we don't have, we have 1 only, so we cannot do it. We will have an encounter, so this is bad. So yes, we go to sleep, and we go to sleep. We don't have food, so that's bad. If we don't have food, we will start with less energy the next day, with 1 less. So we start every day with 3 plus 6. You do this when you're going to sleep. 5 plus 3 but minus 1, so 7. That's not bad, it's better than before. This is because we don't sleep. We have, if we had eaten, we will have 5 plus 3, so 8, but now we have 7. That's okay, that's okay. But we're sleeping in the desert, and we have another encounter. We'll see if it's good or bad. 6 plus 3, that's 9, and that's another runner. That's amazing. So we find another runner in the night. Let's say this is another runner, and we are in the desert, and we begin to talk. He's coming to Black Sand. That's why we are very close to Black Sand. He comes from another town, let's say Ash Valley, and I ask them how are things going there. Everything is okay, and we have a good chat. And the good thing is that if we decide to camp together, and like we are camping, this is a night encounter, we assume that we'll camp together. At the next day, I will have +1 energy, and in the night, we don't have any encounter. Like this is the night encounter that doesn't count, but at least we will have +1 energy next day. So we'll have 8. So that's what's good. So we have the night, we have the encounter, and that's the next day. We start with 8. So first thing, I think we have to hunt because we need food. And to hunt, what you do is you roll a d6, and the number in the d6 says how much food you hunt. But if you hunt too much food, 5 or 6, we have an encounter. 5, another encounter we have, but we have 5 food. That's good. So we roll again in the encounter. 2 6s, 6 plus 6, 12. That's amazing. That's the 2 best encounters. A caravan. So we see a caravan, and the good things that caravans are places where you can buy things, like they were towns, but they can also travel with you, 1 hex. So we don't have coins to buy things. We could sell some food maybe with the energy we have, but we can travel with them. So we will travel 1 hex by free with the caravan. We'll say that the caravan one was going to Keelan. It's a caravan of nice meerkat people, and we travel with them. We have to create that hex. We use the table for the hex. Choose d6s for the type of hex. 3 plus 3 is 6. This is a glass tundra. Glass tundra. This is the kind of environment I have make a rule in each page. And the idea is that if you like the game, I will try to make more of these drawings that you can use like a background for your miniatures. I'm not showing my background here because I don't have a printer, but that's okay. And what is the peculiarity of this place? 2 plus 4, that's 6 also. Mud burials, more mud burials. So we are walking around a place where a lot of burials. That's interesting. So we arrived to the glass tundra thanks with the caravan. We traveled with the caravan. They were very nice with us. We can spend 1 energy in the caravan, for example, to buy and sell stuff. And one of the things that caravan sells that you cannot buy in other places is e-brew. E-brew is like an energy drink. You drink this energy and you drink this stuff, this brew, and you get the same number of energy of the value of the e-brew. Everything is very simple here. Everything is like, everything cost, the cost of everything is how good the stuff is. And how good the stuff is typically how much damage they do, how much damage they absorb, or how much time you can feed with it, or how much energy it gives to you. Very simple. So in this case, we're spending 1 energy in the caravan to sell 3 foods. So now we're 3 foods. We have 2 coins, and with the 2 coins we will buy 2 e-brews. So we have 2 energies there that we can drink at any time. That's good. And we still have energies, and we are with the caravan, we're okay, and we can advance. We're gonna spend 1 more to advance to the next hex, and we arrive at Kylan. In Kylan, we will make a delivery. Now we're in town, and in town we can connect, get a job, buy and sell, make a delivery. So we spend 1 energy to make a delivery. And like the delivery was from Black Sand to Kylan, we have 2 hexes, so we get 2 coins. And then we can make here, in this first, we can make a ticket here, for example. We deliver that package. That's amazing. So we bring this package from Kale to, we say that the name of the friend was Manny, yes, Manny. So we bring this package to Manny, to a friend of Kale, and that's amazing. We make a delivery. We stay in this town, Kylan. I think that they're connected with the people of Black Sand because there are these glass tundra and desert that are full of these mud burials. And maybe they have common mud burials between Black Sand and Keelan. So maybe the people meet, they have some some common rites to bury their deads, and they have some maybe special festivities in this mud burial. So that sounds interesting. That's something I will write more extensively, but I don't want to do it now. That's the journaling part of the game. So we make our first delivery. We have 2 coins. We still have 5 energy to do those things, so we'll make a new friend here. We're a new town. This is Kylan, whatever you want to say it. And again, contact. Vibe, aspect, quirk, pleasure. So we'll spend 1 to make a contact here. We roll in the table of the contact a d10 for each of these columns. Another clumsy person. Aspect 8 is a lizard person that I like. Quirk 8 has a mutation. And pleasure 9. Sports. We use 1 more to get a job from them. We have to give it a name. It's difficult. Arad. Arad is a lizard with a mutation that likes sports, and it's a little clumsy. So we have now a package from Arad. Origin, Killan, and Destiny we'll see now. We will create our new town. 34. Very close. It's there. Oh, another name. Green Rock. Very, very boring names, maybe. Green Rock. This Green Rock there. So now we have a package to Green Rock. And we have 3 towns in our map. The hexes is 1 only, so we get paid only 1 coin if we get it towards there. And we still have 3 energy. We can do more things. We can make 1 more contact here. So let's do 1 more contact. 20. That's the vibe is dark. 6. Stout. Quirk. 9. Telepathy. And pleasure 7. Plants. I think that is another thing that Black Sand and Kirin had in common. They have people that like plants. Okay, that would be interesting. I like this repetition here, plants and plants in the pleasure, and the mud burials in between the 2 clothes. Maybe they use the burials to also to produce soil for plants, or they between the burials there are beautiful plants, something like that. That will be interesting to explore. So we have this another contact, and we call it money. This is the contact we did because we brought a package from Kale. Money, that's perfect. And also like plants, so he's friend of Kale. And they know from the burial plantations. And we now have 2 energy. With 1 we will spend to buy with these 2 coins. Oh no, we have food, so we don't need. But we can spend 1 for lodging, to have a place to sleep. And then we have 1 energy and we have to go to sleep. All this time I haven't written in my journal, but we'll say day 1, then day 2, we have encounter with star-faced wolves. This same day we have encounter at night with runner, and day 3 we have encounter with caravan, and day 4 we arrive to Kylan and we made a delivery. So that's it. We have this. I will write more extensively about the different things and people I encounter, but that's the game. So my idea is to continue to play this character, this Sarian, the Yena person. Maybe it's a chi, I think, now, that has pleacherous occult teams. So now we have still 2 packages to deliver, and we have a lot of map to explore. So that's the idea of the game, and you can have some like goals in the game if you want, or you can play like only exploration. Sometimes I made one of the tests was with the goal of finding someone in particular. So I use this table for contacts to create one person, and my idea was that whenever I make a contact, if the roles I made are the same from this first person I'm searching for, then I found that person, and that can be a goal. And there are a lot of this is 10 and 4, there are a lot of combinations, so you have to meet a lot of people to connect with a lot of people to get to the first one that you made at the beginning, like a goal. So this is searching for someone that you're searching in the wastes, in the different towns. So that can be a motivation on why you are in a runner delivering these packages. Maybe you are searching for a mecha-king. Mecha-kings are these android-like beings that are very old, and maybe you want to see one, or maybe you want to see one of the peculiarities of this of the waste. Maybe you want to see a ghost town or find a stone portal, the most difficult ones because are the stream of the probability, the less probable things that you can find, so to play more. Or maybe you want to explore all the map, to have all the hexes explored. So you can have different goals in the game. But like a role-playing game like this, that you are writing a story or you are experiencing a story while you're playing it. And that's the part of the journaling game. So that's it. I hope you like it, and please, if you play the game, I would love to hear what you think. And my plan is that if more people like this game, I will try to do more things for the game. So that's all for today. Thanks. Bye.